Oh, quick, turn off the music.
Oh, wait, okay. Hello? It's quiet enough.
Hey!
Doodle-doo.
Doodaloo. Doodaloo. I am the live event.
You are, aren't you?
I don't see the link though. That's a funny thing.
I am the show.
Oh, we got 3 shares already?
Wow!
Are we 2 of them? That's still pretty awesome.
That's pretty
I'll take
great.
that for $1. 6 people with us.
That's amazing.
Hey! I wish I knew where that's from. It might be from my head.
Isn't it from the Muppets?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. Chris might join us later. He's got an interview for his award.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I know, right?
Sick. What kind of award? Awards
for
are cool.
Indigenous artist.
World Indigenous Artist.
Rad.
World
Yeah.
or rural?
World.
World Indigenous artist?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
That's a big one. Wow.
Yeah. That's somewhat. That's a good excuse.
That's pretty.
Okay, landed on art. So can you start up?
Sure. All right, this is the 3.
Hold on, let me get the please off. There we go.
This is the 391st time we've gotten together.
That seems ridiculous. I only plan to do 6, you know.
And Daniel's here all the way from London, England. Is that right?
Yeah, we're in London right now. Southeast London.
That's amazing.
How's the weather?
Well, funny you ask, Rich. Because I was just talking about how boring weathering talk is with someone. It's
It's
funny
not
that
boring when we're like talking live from across continents, though.
we are.
I
But right
bet you
now,
I bet you when you were,
Wait, let him talk about the weather. I was actually curious.
I bet you when you were a kid you had walkie-talkies when you were skiing,
yeah, we did.
and they were the best.
They were. They still are.
I know.
So it's 2:02 in the morning a.m. and I just went outside not too long ago because
Fresh air.
I just want to see what it's like. It's always raining here, and that's the point of the weather in London. It changes so much. Like it can be like not raining 5 or 6 times in a day. So it was not raining. You could see the stars. It's like you never get to see that in London. One light pollution, which like happens to be pretty dark night. And yeah, it's like 14 degrees. The winter is chilling compared to Calgary. Like I see pictures from home, and I'm just like, I
Well,
don't
I'm
miss
glad-
that. I love riding up.
I'm glad that you're comfortable.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's
wheel
like
ended on
14
one.
degrees.
That's actually quite interesting. Can I tell you why they waited? It's so I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
And the wheel landed right on me. Daniel, do you know what I'm doing that's interesting tonight?
Tell me, Rich.
Collaborations. So I'm going to invite people to make scribbles and then text me their scribbles. I'm going to print off the scribbles. I'm going to just visually enlarge them. So I'll do my best interpretation of their scribble. And then I will turn their scribble into artwork.
I think that's the coolest idea.
One of them.
I wish I had that idea.
It's yours.
I might take a couple of those
Tonight
scribbles.
we're going to send scribbles to Daniel in England, and he will reproduce them online and then make paintings out of them
Yes.
right before your eyes.
So the first piece of inspiration came from ArtSpeak, and it landed on Stars Group. Ai Weiwei was one of the artists in this group.
I love my way.
And we were just talking. You just printed out a picture.
To make Daniel, I'm making Ai Weiwei t-shirts.
Are you?
Art is always political.
Yeah. Sorry, you're
Okay.
reading?
It's
No, that
crazy.
wasn't. I think that was what I wanted to say.
Okay.
And then they said, every artist is a little star. Even the greatest artists are still little stars from a cosmic point of view. Oh, so little stars, and then it landed on the Little Prince.
Meant to be.
Right? If you were to say to the grown-ups, I saw a beautiful house made of rosy brick with geraniums in the windows, and
They would
bugs,"
not be able to see those
Other-
house at all.
they would not be able to get any idea of that house at all.
You would have to tell them that the house was worth.
$20,000. Then they would exclaim, "Oh, what a pretty house that is!"
That's my favorite line from any book.
Beautiful line.
I'm gonna say it landed on Where the Wilds. Where
When
the
was
Wilds-
that written again? Just because it's so.
It was in the. It was after the Second
Wow.
World War.
43.
Oh, at the
Wow.
end of the Second World War.
Yeah.
His friend had just committed suicide, and he really had a crash in the desert. I think during a warplane. In Paris, I think.
That's like the English patient.
Way back.
Excuse me.
So it's got a evil snake and a talking flower.
Dancing Pants.
Dancing Pants.
And now for the Dancing Pants doing their fabulous dance from the seat to
I
the
think
plate.
you should dance while you
They
read
will
this
bounce to the beat with no legs inside them and no feet beneath. They'll whirl and twirl and jiggle and prance. So just start the music and give them a chance. Let's have a big hand for the wonderful, marvelous, super sensational, utterly fabulous, talented Dancing Pants. There's Dr.
Trousers.
Dr. Seuss book, and it's about pants with nobody inside them. Actually, too. He wrote a poem, and some kid.
See, art is always political.
Yeah, interesting.
Who are the pants with nobody inside? We all know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll pretend that I know. Yes. Yes. So we always spin the wheel for 391 times we have, and if you want to make art, you can choose to use any of those pieces of inspiration. But now I'm going to start showing the art, and you have a few artists here that you can be watching too, which is amazing.
I don't think I'm going to print them off. I'll just do them from the phone.
Cool.
Kelly, what do we got here? Oh, I got some.
Okay, and then I'll start showing the artwork.
So Chris is going to check in later.
Cool.
Okay, so here's another one.
Oh, I was just thinking, it makes sense that the book automatically opens to your favorite page, I guess.
Yeah, it does. Who is this? Oh, Amanda Ferguson sent me kind of like fish hooks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, fish hooks, fish hooks. Holy fish hooks.
Whoa.
Was that you?
It had like a dinosaur head, an alligator head.
It was Oh, what, are you asking me what the?
Oh, what Kelly's making, maybe.
Yeah, it looks funny.
We'll put the mic on for Kelly. Kelly, what you making? Kelly.
I think you're pretty great, but the Squiggles is going to be carrying a piece like Orphan Castle. Just the nature of how you're doing it.
Oh, yeah, it's already interesting.
I don't know.
I know.
Don't
So
think
like
it's
my
just-
scribbles look a little more ladybum than her scribbles.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
You can see
interesting.
the ladybum in mine.
I can
Viviana.
see it.
I can see clearly now that the fog is gone.
Waiting for another Squiggle.
Should I auction these, or should I offer like whoever made the scribble like a one-time shot at them, that if they like the painting it turns into, they can have it for what, $20? Does that sound fair? So if they want it, they automatically get it for $20. I'll start the auction at $5, and if they bid it at $5, I don't know how to do that. There's gonna be a plan for it. Somebody's at the door.
Yeah, should I go or?
No, open the door with your mind, please.
I've been trying, and it's just not working very well.
Wait, were you thinking I was gonna go? Do I have to do everything around here? I'm gonna get hate mail from that. Neil, send me a scribble, by the way.
And I was gonna put in one of the bigger ones we have too, so let's
If you got a squiggle, I'm a need.
Yeah, he's here.
Amanda, this is a particularly challenging scribble.
Can you guys hear me?
Can now.
Now we can.
Matthias is here.
Hi, Matthias.
Rich, I just want to say thank you so much for the words you said on the article.
Oh, Gushy, get out.
Can you guys hear me?
He's not good with his emotions.
No, I know, it's just like, I know when I read it, it made me cry, so I
I'm
think when
freaking
you read it-
autistic, man. This is like having my fingers on the burner.
Yeah, I know, it's
Do
just,
you want to come read it? Do you have it with you?
oh, I can't, I don't have it with me.
Jesse will read it.
Well, I said we're putting in, he brought a piece, and we
Yeah.
have a bigger piece we're going to put in.
Yeah.
And then he said he could join us, and we could do
Oh,
that.
great. Yeah, okay.
And unfortunately, I'm just with people, like, I was just
It's
getting some
okay.
food, but I just wanted to be just like, thank you so much, because I know I was viscerally affected by reading that. I appreciate all the kind words.
That's really
You're
amazing.
gonna make me say something mean.
It was a really it was a really great
I love
article,
you.
Matthias. We
Yeah,
love
Yeah,
you.
I love both of you. Have a great night.
I like
Take
what
care.
you wrote too. If it makes you, I don't know if that's right. I'm not good at feeling stuff.
Yeah, me either.
We love you. Bye. That was really cute. None of us are very good with our emotions.
Daniel, do you
There
tell me
you
what your
go.
feelings very much?
Right there.
Would you like
Yeah,
to
I love compliment. Suck 'em up. I mean, that was really kind, really sweet what he said.
I remember when you busted us with our nickname for you. Good looking Daniel.
Yeah,
I
it was
kind
just
of blushed like, oh, you didn't know we called you that? And you're like, no, but I like it.
Yeah.
Amanda, you stumped me. I'm usually pretty good at this. I'm trying to turn this into an art piece, and maybe I'm not looking at it the right way. I don't want it to be a sexy bear bum. Or do I?
All right. So number 1 is from Braden. So we have the Volknut. I had to look up what that was. I'm
What
not
is
good
it?
at this. I might have to look it up again. Like Odin's triangle.
Oh,
Something.
right.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it might have to do with that clothes. I thought it had to do with the Viking techno guy.
Kind of, I think.
Daniel, do you know the Viking techno guy?
No, it's a YouTube sensation.
The first, perhaps.
He came with YouTube 1.0.
Yeah, like that one and Mr. T Ate My Bag. Yeah. Do you know that one?
No.
I don't do that.
They're like the first 2 memes, I think, was Techno Viking and Mr. T Ate My something.
Oh, Techno Viking was like a guy in Berlin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Why
love
won't it? Oh, for goodness sakes.
Did somebody just leave?
She said, for goodness sake, is she okay?
Who?
Viviana.
What happened?
She said, oh, for goodness sakes. I hope everything's okay.
Okay.
And number 2 is by Haley. So you got Crazy Days. Hi, how are you? By Haley. It's $10.
Is that Galen?
No, that's Vivian is back on the thing if you want to click her in.
Yeah.
If you want, you can just take that stuff off that chair. All right. Last week I went so fast through all the things.
Sorry.
Are you okay, Viviana?
It was because I went to see what the message was on there, and then it wouldn't let me, like, I kept pressing the little arrow, but it wouldn't let me. It was like frozen.
Oh, I see. Hence the, oh, for goodness sakes. Or something like that.
Okay. I might be somewhat prepared here.
now.
Are you feeling unprepared? Overly prepared?
Well, a little bit. I actually was doing a whole bunch of varnishing. And so, and then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta be going. Here I messaged you saying I'd be prepared, and
She sent a bunch.
you know,
She's all about these.
I'm going on artist time.
A piece of wheat in it.
That's fine.
She's like, take
The only time we're on.
No, just gonna
Right?
GMAT,
like a vine.
General Meridian Artist Time.
I'm like,
Ah, perfect. That's what I'm going to use from now on.
and Jess will do just a piece of. She was like, okay.
Okay, you guys are on my.
I'm so sorry. Sorry. Caitlin brought in some ceramic pieces by her mom, and she was describing how her mom. I didn't mean to interrupt. First of all, I'm horrible socially right now, and
I couldn't even hear what you're saying. I'm
I'll
just
just-
reminding you you're on my.
oh, okay, yeah. I'll. Oh, they're nice and chilled too. Okay, so she's bringing these oh my gosh, I love these. Okay, so she's bringing these beautiful ceramic pieces that her mom has made. Look at these. They're like really beautiful minimalist vases, and
Oh, you
Kate-
call them vases?
Caitlin was
I
describing
call them vases.
vases
Vase.
Where do you park your car?
in the garage.
In the garage.
Garage.
Okay,
I'm
anyway,
with you.
garage,
It's a garage.
garage,
And a
like a
vase.
massage.
It's a vase.
The vase.
Wait, what's the red thing in your burger? What vegetable fruit is that?
Massage.
That's
A
tomato,
tomato.
right?
Oh, I don't. I say tomato.
It's a tomato.
I don't know. Maybe we should call this off, Jesse.
Let's call the whole thing off. Okay. Anyway,
Suddenly,
Kate.
2,000 voices cried out with joy.
Caitlin was explaining.
Sorry, I'm bad.
Her mom has these beautiful minimalist vases, and she said, "I'm just a single piece of wheat." And how Caitlin described it was so cute, because I imagine Caitlin's mom adorning this vase with a single piece of wheat, and then she said, "Caitlin, aren't you bringing wheat?" And she's like, "No."
Okay, can I tell you where there's wheat?
Right outside my house, actually. We
Yeah,
have
there's some
big,
right next to David's house as well.
we have big things of it that they put because it's easy to take care of. And I was like, I'm not just gonna go and take Rich's scissors, which I also have in my car.
Oh, you know who got the heat for those scissors? Who was it?
Mel.
Mel. I'm like, Mel, did I lend you my scissors? Because Jess loaned Mel a
Sewing machine.
sewing machine on the same week that you borrowed. Did I put out like a public who's got my scissors?
I needed them because I didn't have fabric scissors to cut
No, I love sharing
for
stuff.
blankets.
I'm just-
And they've been in my car for 3 months,
Long
and I
enough that
still
I forgot
have 4
what you were,
blankets
yeah.
to make, but I have fabric
We're
scissors
still
now.
friends.
That's awesome.
We're still
Mel, if you're watching,
Oh, Mel
sorry.
wasn't mad.
Sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
Mel thought it was hilarious.
that's good.
But that is one of those awkward moments when like you didn't borrow somebody and somebody phones for it back. Like, hey, can I get my lawnmower back? You're like, dude.
Dude.
This is why I never borrow things from friends.
Right? Which reminds me, some neighbor borrowed the, what do you call it? The clippers? You know, the trimmers, hedge trimmers?
Oh, I know the clippers like this. Clip on, clip off, the clipper. Oh my god, I just shut the camera down.
What is happening?
Anyhow,
Did you get the
I
clap?
haven't seen my clippers since.
Anyhow.
Did you get the clap?
Yeah, right? Lessons learned, I guess. Number 3 is also by Haley. War is over, and then in small letters, if you want it to be. I like that message.
Yeah. You want
Yep.
it? Come and get it.
So that's
But better make your mind up. Sounds familiar, doesn't it, Jesse? Yes, it does. I had the best idea last night about what song you should sing at the end of the night tonight.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. What was it? Do you remember? Did I say, ooh, you should do that tomorrow?
I don't know.
It was definitely during the Harry Belafonte, but
But I don't know. If
I don't think it was a Harry Belafonte song. How much time do we have?
It's 7:20.
Oh, we're
Okay,
good.
I want to get to all the scribbles tonight.
Number 4 is by Pedram, who I was calling Pedro for a while, and I apologize.
Well, if I could vote for a
Pedro.
name, it was really up for a vote.
I don't think it's a very good.
No, but
I had somebody calling me the wrong name for a year before I ever corrected them.
Viviana, you always call me Rich. My name's Red.
I felt too bad.
Aww.
You've been calling me Rich for like 5 years now.
Right.
They were calling me Valerie instead of Viv.
Aww.
Can Val not be an abbreviation of Viviana?
Nope.
No.
It lacks a letter.
It is a Valentina, which was supposed to be my name.
Val.
How do you
Yeah.
explain Jack and John being the same name?
They aren't.
They are.
Really?
They are, yeah.
Jack's short for John.
It's the same
What?
amount of letters.
Well, what do you want me to say? The English language.
Who
is
comes
so
up with
making
these
more sense.
weird things?
What? I know
People in
some-
England.
You know, like Dick is short for Richard.
I don't think it's short for Richard.
Oh.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
Keep squiggling, Rich. What did you
Just saying, it doesn't strike me as short for Richard.
Number 5 is by Kelly. We've got these shadows. Wandering in the shadows, looking at the sky and the ground, I see people in the forest. I do not know if they are real or are a shadow. My mind might be playing tricks on me. Or maybe they aren't. I don't know.
Which was that?
Kelly. Yeah, right?
That was really good.
I did like that.
I have bubble wrap to live with you.
Well,
Pop
that's
it.
nice.
Pop it.
I can't.
I can't. That was a good one.
Yeah. Now lock. Lock it.
Pop and lock it up.
I don't lock or pop.
Or pop.
Ever?
I'm not a pop locker. It's
What is
not
that
how-
about?
That is not how I travel through life.
That is not how I travel.
I mean, is your mind closed
That's
to this?
fair.
Or?
I just don't like the pop lock my way through life. I'm
Okay.
just saying.
That's cool. You know, I'm not trying to control your.
You're very
Well, it is called the Rumble House. Can you remind me that there's paintings behind where I'm working? I don't think I hit that, but I need a.
I'll move it. There we go.
Okay. All right, where's How are we gonna do this? I need a space to dry these.
Oh, behind the curtain.
Isn't that called Zephyr, that one?
Yeah.
I remembered.
Oh, Caitlin.
Okay, hold on now. This is my first scribble painting.
Oh, wow. Oops, something happened.
Where's my camera?
One piece of wheat.
Yes.
Did have- Do you have another piece of wheat? Oh my gosh, it's like cilantro.
I think it's parsley. Actually. My
I love
mom
cilantro.
went some grocery shopping and
A
this bag.
single sprig of parsley. With a flourish. Oh, this might look good in the dark one. There. A single sprig.
Where did I get my first ding from?
Honestly. Oh, I think the single ding is on your text. Text.
Okay. No, I'm looking for, oh, here we go.
So yes, like Caitlin said, number 6 is named Zephyr by Aaron Blacker. Opening bid $80 for this lovely summer wind piece, oil on canvas.
Mm.
I'm covered in parsley.
Where did I put my phone? Okay.
I thought she sent me bowls too. But... I think my mom may or may not have a company, but that would also require her to she pays fees, I'm sure. I'm sure she pays taxes for her pottery company. I don't know what it's called.
You're lying.
You're live.
Who's lying? What?
Sure, she pays taxes.
She was being very positive anyway.
I know that there's a company name and it's, but I'm
Listen,
not.
your mom, Bertha Smith, probably pays her taxes and everything's fine, but
Oh,
should they come after Bertha Smith,
she better pay her taxes. She's a town councillor. If she wasn't.
town councillor of Everexbrook in Saskatchewan,
Absolutely.
far, far away.
That's why she was able to get these to me so quickly.
I got.
I just don't, I'm trying to. My whole point is she has a company, but I don't know what the company is called
Oh.
because
Melissa?
it's either
Where-
Pete's Pots
Pete's Pots?
Melissa, we're using.
or Twin Pine Pottery, and I'm not sure which one.
Oh.
That's nice.
Not that it matters. She was at the pottery studio today and yesterday. She's been very happy. They have to book special time to go
Oh
for
yeah.
COVID rules.
That's nice though. Okay.
Now we're using StreamYard.
I really like this black.
That's really lovely.
Okay, so Shannon sent me scribbles or squiggles that are footprints.
Oh, I like that.
I need some help interpreting them though. Should I paint the footprints? I think that's what I'll do.
Oh, cool.
Difficult.
It looks like bear prints.
Well,
Look, it's bear
they're
paws.
not even supposed to work.
They're not supposed to wear clothes. I said
You know
bear.
what? Don't.
Just
judge
let the
Winnie the
bears
Pooh. Winnie
do
the
whatever
Pooh
they
wears
want.
clothes.
Does he?
He's got a shirt on.
But does he?
Well, unless it's the blood of his enemies that we're not knowing about.
Hey, you know what I showed
That
my
changed
classes
Winnie
this
the
week?
Pooh very fast.
Which I bet you've shown classes before?
Sorry, which?
I said, do you know what I showed my classes this week?
What did you show?
Wonder.
I've never shown a class Wonder before.
Have you read it?
Of course I've read Wonder.
Why haven't you shown a class?
I've never read it with a class.
Why?
If I were to do it, I would probably do it in health or religion.
That's why he was doing it in religion class. Yeah.
But I've never done it in LA.
Is it not a great book?
Yeah, I read it with my nieces. It was really wonderful.
We watched the film with Felix, who's very sensitive,
Oh dear.
and he actually handled
I was
it
like,
in the
there's
chat.
some emotions.
Big emotions.
Big emotion.
So number 7 is from Anne Christine.
It's really cute.
Little alcohol ink piece. Actually, this looks really nice with your mom's
Okay,
the
so
colors,
Shannon,
right? You could buy this
I
and
think-
this and put it on the shelf together.
does this count as the scribble?
She refused to give a number for
The
the
min-
bids.
minimum bids, yeah.
So she just said, because she said, whatever you do with them, whether you give them away as prizes or raffles, or if you put them in the auction,
Okay.
all of the money
Can we
goes
have
to
them
Rainbow
as
House.
sandwiches?
That's really sweet.
So
Thank you, Caitlin's mom.
Bertha, who pays
Caitlin-
taxes?
Caitlin's mom.
or does she?
Oh
There is a strange thing at Rumble House where people tend to, like, for some reason, specifically go after their moms when we're doing the live stuff. Not saying you were doing that, Caitlin. I'm just saying, like, in general. There's a weirdness about how, like, moms come up. And we learn things about art and moms. Like, there's this one young guy who really charmed the audience, and he sold for like $300. And the following week, his mom came, and he was embarrassed that his mom came, and he kind of dissed his mom, and he sold for like 53 cents the next week. It was like, we learned the lesson that you don't mom bash at the Rumble. Danielle?
I mean, I would never say anything about my mom in a public place that I would not say to her face, and have said to her face. So, to be fair, and I love my mother
I love your mom. too.
very much, but she a crazy woman. Crazy. Watch her get Facebook and then watch it.
Crazy.
So that's what you're banking on, is that she can't hear you?
Absolutely no.
Absolutely.
I was
Absolutely
phoning. I was
not.
talking to her on the way down, and I did call. Like I don't know what she was saying. I was like, "You're a psycho." She was like, "Well, we're related, so what does that make you?" And I'm like, "Sad."
I mean, she's not wrong.
She's not. She's pretty funny.
What are you looking forward to the most coming up in your life, Ruby? Is Ruby your middle name?
It is my middle name.
I really like it when we're online. Have you noticed that?
I do. I was gonna actually ask you about it tonight because I was talking to my mom when we were coming down here. I was like, Rich calls me Ruby, and she was like, "Oh, that's sweet."
Part of your.
And then I was like, I need to ask him why, because he only does it when I'm at the Rumble.
Autonomy.
It is my middle name. It was my grandmother's name. My dad's.
But it's also part of your handle for.
I use my middle name for everything instead of my last name.
Me too.
Yeah.
My first name is horrifying.
Oh yeah, you actually use your middle name for everything. My first name's horrifying. I like your first name. And
Now-
your second
Now
name.
I'm curious.
It's
Her first name is Panther. I think it's pretty cool, but she doesn't. Wouldn't Panther be a cool name?
the only thing I like about it is that a character in that what do you call it? Hold on, it'll come to me in a second. The Incredibles, yes. And she wears glasses just like mine, so that's okay.
And did she have those glasses before you saw? I mean, did you have the same glasses before you saw The Incredibles?
Yes, because I've always worn big fat frames. I've always liked frames like that.
It's pretty wonderful when you see those convergences, eh?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, look at her.
My staff all went to see the Secret Life of Walter Mitty together one of the years. Plus, and then the whole film is about this guy who's going through a job change, and so it was pretty well timed. And even one of the kids, not the main character, but one of the kids' names was Rich, and it's not a name you hear in movies a lot. And I just remember the teacher I was sitting next to was really traumatized that I got surplus, and she kept poking me in the film, going, "This is just like your life."
Wow.
You're like, I get
Actually,
it.
she was in the row in front of me, and she just kept turning around, going, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that?" And at the end, he's like, "I know you need to do your job, but you don't have to be such a dick." So obviously, there was two Richards in that film.
What is so? Sorry.
Right?
There's 3 people on here, and what is happening?
What people?
I'm watching because I'm.
Oh, like the artist?
Yeah, I'm watching.
So the top one is Rich. The second one is Daniel. He's painting in London right now. I think, is it getting closer to like 3 a.m, Daniel? It's like,
He fell asleep.
yeah.
Just kidding.
You might be just getting a fresher breath air.
Oh yeah, maybe. And then Kelly, and then Viviana on the bottom.
Kelly's making some kind of shark.
I was gonna say I see teeth. It's a lot of teeth.
A lot of people don't know this, but in 1997, I think the year Jess was born,
80s.
I was working on a magazine called Max Mag. And right before it went to print, my publisher asked me if I thought the magazine was edgy enough. And I said, you know, if I had to be totally honest, I think it could be a little more edgy. So she asked me to write one more story for the magazine. And we wrote a story about the Great Canadian Snow Shark, which was a giant shark that hid in the mountains and pounced on people while they were snowboarding.
That's
Oh.
good.
Now, that was in 1997.
We also don't like to swim in open water.
We sold almost 50% of our copies. So, like, usually when you open a magazine up, if you sell like 20% of your magazine, it's pretty good. We had a 50% sell through. So, the first issue was very well received. We didn't put out the second issue. And then, around 15 years later, somebody made a movie about, like, Sharknado. And I was like, if that guy was from Toronto, I'm going to be really choked. And I forgot to look it up to see where he was from. And then the same guy that made Sharknado later on made a movie called Shark Mountain, which is essentially the Great Canadian Snow Shark. And so at that point, I walked into class one day. I happened to have this magazine in my desk, just, you know, kind of part of my resume. And one of the kids was telling me about this TV show that they saw last night, which was a movie about a shark that pounced on people. And I told them, I was like, well, I wrote a story about that in the 90s. And they're like, you're lying. And I was just like, no, it's here, I have it in my desk. And I pulled it out of my desk. And then I looked it up, and the guy that wrote and directed both of those films was American, but he was doing his university degree in Toronto when that magazine hit the stands.
Well,
Ha!
Too many.
He
cool
probably
people.
kept it in mind all those years.
I mean, it was a dumb idea.
It was until technology caught up enough so that he could use it.
Also, about 17 years ago, my first year teaching, there was this young guy, and he was really upset because he didn't know what to do with his life. And I asked him what he was good at, and he was telling me the only thing he's good at is was trampoline. I was like, you know what? When I was a kid, I had this dream about a gym filled with trampolines, edge to edge, so the whole floor just made like a brand new trampoline floor. Wherever you jumped, there'd be another trampoline. Now, I had a couple of other ideas. I also thought it would be cool if they wore Velcro suits and there was Velcro walls and there's bungee cords hanging from the ceiling. But that guy worked in a bar for 10 years, saved all his money, and opened up those trampoline parks.
That's cool.
And then about, I don't know, 10 years ago, I took a white chair in my classroom and I painted all the edges black so you could see it like a drawing. And I had that kick around my classroom for a while. And then some kid just went to that cafe in Okotoks. And he texted me pictures of the cafe and saying, didn't you do this in our classroom 10 years ago? And I was like, it could be a coincidence. We did have that chair at Gorilla House for 2 years. I'm not bitter. All the time. Sometimes. Is this like a weird drawing? It started out with footprints, and then I started thinking about those soldiers that get like. There's that one photographer that shoots the soldiers with amputations, and they're usually still kind of muscular. I'm not sure I'm going to go with the amputation in this. This was kind of a dumb idea because they're not making great paintings tonight. I think I've done a good job dealing with the.
It's almost like Turtle Island, like the idea of like this guy is like this island,
The footprints.
and then the footprints over.
Do you want to buy it? Not really. Not dying to hang it in your house. Is that what you're saying?
It's interesting.
Maybe the next one will be the winner.
It is really interesting.
Well, this might be the night I bit off more than I can chew.
I like it. I like that you're trying.
Well, I
to
hope you
think.
bit on it.
I will.
Okay, thank you.
Number 12 is by Viviana.
But just because you love it, not because I pressured you.
I do.
What
like
is it? Oh,
Cute little camel. Oh yeah, we were talking about the types of camels last time.
And how many humps?
Yeah.
yep.
Yo.
Do you guys remember the difference between each?
One of them has 2 and one of them has 1, but I don't know which one's a dromedary.
Do you know the difference? Viv, do you know the difference between crocodile and alligator? One you see later, the other one you see them in a while.
I'm seriously thinking about it.
That's almost as bad as the why don't T-Rexes clap?
See, I don't T-Rexes clap.
They can't reach.
Because they're dead.
Yeah, because they're dead. So this is a painting by Emily Willette.
Ain't no thing but jelly ring.
Oh, I can't get on.
Okay,
it.
amazingly enough, we have 18 people with us.
Emily Willette.
Yeah.
Opening bid. Right? Look at this beautiful cover. $30. Okay. That's amazing. Oh, there's a face. Oh, this is cool.
Great colors on that.
Yeah.
Ain't no thing but jelly ring. I know how I'm gonna like turn these back into mine. Because I like what I did. I like this idea of the working with the scribbles.
Yeah.
And I know I use the scribble game pretty extensively when I'm teaching. But they're not feeling like my pieces yet. I think I have an idea.
Let it flow. Del forth.
Number 14 is by Jennifer Waters. So we have North Glenmore Park, this storm pond. Opening bid $50.
How much time is
Is your
it?
acrylic on canvas? $7.41 only.
$7.41?
Yeah.
Lots of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Viviana,
Yes?
do you ever have to draw in public these days?
Nope.
So you don't wear a
Not
mask
at
when you're
all.
drawing very much?
Pardon?
You don't wear a mask when you're drawing very much?
Do I who what?
Wear a mask while you're drawing.
No.
So there's this funny thing that happens when you're drawing in the classroom, and you need to, you know, when you like have like crumbs like from an eraser or from your charcoal, and you
Yeah.
lean over to blow them off.
And you can't?
Teaching, and I'll take a big breath in front of all my kids while I'm trying to look like a smart guy, and I'll blow at them from inside my mask. Can you take a picture of this? I'm quite a bit more happy with that now.
My niece turned 13 today.
Aw, happy birthday. That's really nice.
Yeah. I texted her this morning and then she texted me back during science class. And I went, "You're in class and you're texting me and I'm also a teacher?" And she went, "You're texting me and it's the middle of your literacy group?" And I went, "Shut up." And my literacy group kids went, "Ha ha ha ha, she caught you."
Right?
I use you as examples in my classes all the time for
Me?
true love. I was talking to the kids about. Let me ask you this: have you ever? Would you remember when you were a kid, your friend, maybe if he was a male, fell off his bike and hit himself on the pole between the?
Who was? Yeah.
Would you laugh?
No, because that's painful.
Not even like. like.
Oh,
just-
like uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I
Okay.
did that all the time.
So I was talking to them about that, and they just didn't know what I was talking about. No, I'd always laugh. I'm like, what if Miss Ruby hurt herself? They like, we wouldn't laugh. Don't even say that.
Don't even say.
Don't
that.
even say that.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I can recall multiple times me running into desks and then being like, "You're so klutzy," and laughing at me. Those little
There's pizza here if you want.
butts. I will maybe browse the pizza.
Number 15. Can you see? No, I'm standing in front of the video camera. Of course you can't see it.
Can you see it? No.
Can you see it through my body? No. There's so much art.
What a horrible problem.
I know, right? Okay, so this lovely piece, you can only see a part of it because it's. So Matthias was here earlier. There. So this is a piece from the summer. Matthias was walking through the park and he saw this lovely lady dancing with hoops in the park. And he painted this painting right away. This is number 15. He said there's just like so much emotion and she was just dancing so beautifully and like so filled with joy. And he was working on this series about love, actually. The idea.
Do you think I'm taking Oliver's brush?
No. And he's been working on a series about love, and different kinds of love, and different like stages of love. And that was the article that Rich was asked. Like, did they contact you to
Yeah,
be
they just
part
asked
of
me
it?
a few things about it.
Yeah, so, but it's this beautiful article about Matthias and about his show that's up right now in Medicine Hat, and the projects that he's been working on, and so this is by Matthias, and it's one of his series all about love and different forms of love and different experiences of love. And number 15, opening bid, $40.
That's cool.
Back there. Yeah, and the pictures from the article are really nice
Can
of
you
the
not put that there?
show
That's
that
right.
he's no, it's okay. I'm gonna put it here though.
I can just feel my anxiety
No, it's okay.
rising.
And then also, this is a piece that he just dropped off tonight. Love Me With My Flaws. There's a
Oops, I keep bumping this thing.
person in here. And a flower growing out of it. Oh, look, it's a single flower in a vase. Boop.
That's the running theme, right?
Love. So, what should this be? Could be. Oh, this could be 16 maybe. 15 and 16. Where's the.
Okay.
Okay, so number 15 by Matthias Martinez.
You're okay if we work while this is plugged in tonight? Like, can I keep this phone for a bit?
That's okay. Oh, I'm working on my phone. I don't understand your question.
Uh,
So I know you guys were asking and making a teddy bear that's being attacked by a shark, blue eyes and and I'm using Blue Eyes, and I'm using the surfboard that I got
Oh
the surfboard that I
yeah.
got from auction as part of the auction teddy bear as part of
That's
the. So
awesome.
it's the teddy bear in the shark teddy bear. So it's going to be incorporated in all that nice stuff. Teddy bear and the shark, all that nice stuff.
Very cool.
So cool.
Are you taking pictures of mine?
Yep. It's glitching for me too.
Why are you glitching? It's not glitching.
No, not the live feed. I'm trying to post pictures.
Mm.
I figured. Are you okay?
I was super productive today.
Yeah? That's good. That's a nice feeling.
Who here does yoga?
I don't.
Me?
Do you do yoga, Daniel?
I do. It is so good, and it always makes me feel like I've had a productive day if I've done yoga.
Oh.
So I tell you what, it's funny. Because I do yoga with the kids. It's called cosmic yoga. Like I do yoga at night before going to bed. But cosmic yoga is so hilarious.
What word are you
Wow.
saying?
Cosmic.
Cosmic yoga.
Cosmic yoga, it's
I've never heard of that.
no, it's kids stuff, right? But it's actually not relaxing at all.
Can you show us some moves of it?
It actually stresses me out more.
Oh
I do
no.
yoga for bed.
The yoga that I do before bed is like for me. But I run a day home.
Oh.
So the kids, I make them do yoga to try and calm them down, but it's stressful. It's actually calming at all for me.
Love it.
So relaxing at all.
They seem to calm a little bit, but not much.
That was me walking by the preschool class today and they were doing yoga and I was like, what is happening? She's like, calm. We're being calm. I was like,
God. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that actually just stressed me out thinking about it. Just little kids doing yoga. I tried to do it. I was like, I had a grade 1 class, and I tried to do it. I think, I don't know, maybe something like what you showed them, Viviana. Like, it's like a YouTube channel, and it's for children. And it was just like, I couldn't stop laughing because they're talking to the kids like they're like babies. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't even listen to this. And it was more how the woman was talking than anything. And then I was like, because I never talk to kids like they're babies. I talk like this. And then when I hear adults like,
Babies like the babies.
exactly, yeah. So this one woman that was doing this yoga thing, I was like, I can't stand this. And it didn't last very long. More because of the woman, less because of the kids, actually.
Yeah. With us, it's more like I think it's because of her. She's kind of,
It's stressful.
I don't know. I get stressed out. But see over there? There's all these yoga mats.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's exactly. So what we do sometimes to try and make up for not going outside.
That's decent.
So
I want to yoga, but my body does not want to yoga.
I did yoga for
You
a
start with
bit.
baby steps. I felt the same way.
I mean, I love the kids though.
Yeah.
When I was riding my bike to work, I found my body was so stiff because I wasn't taking any rests. And then Jess was like, we should do yoga. I'm like, you know what? We should not do yoga. And what I found is that I kind of convinced myself that yoga wasn't for me anymore because my body was so stiff. And then Actually, it's strange. Since I started driving to work in Cochrane, I find that it's much easier for me if I just stick my leg up on anything high and start stretching. So there's two tricks. You got to do it when nobody's looking. Because if I went to a yoga class, I'd probably get in a fight. You know, I'd be like, dude, and then just karate punching people in the face.
What kind of yoga do you do?
Everything I do is hostile. It would be hostile
Everything
yoga.
I do is hostile.
I'd go to hot yoga thinking it was hot style, and then it'd be like hostile yoga. It sounds great. My friend Carl introduced me to all these people one year. It's like one of those years where I was picking a brand new group of friends.
They're being so good.
Yeah.
And I felt like they'd never give me a chance. Like there was just something weird about the way I was interacting with these people. And then after about a year, one of them had admitted to me that my friend Carl had introduced me to this group of people as, this is my friend Rich. He might punch you in the face just to see what you look like.
Wow.
And I was like, well, that would explain why they all treated me weird.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I'm over it though. I don't do that anymore.
That's good.
I was just hyper, you know? Impulsive. Like, I did wonder what you'd look like if I punched you in the face. And the next thing I knew, I'd be just like, I'm sorry. I did it again.
I just wanted to see.
Right?
And how was it?
Were you impulsive, Daniel?
I did lots of naughty things, but
Sono-san.
nowadays I think back to what I did, and I was just like, why? And I can't figure out the motive. Some
I don't
people
think I know.
forget.
I think I wish I knew more about the Young Offenders Act when I was a kid. I
Yeah,
got
I
away with
mean,
murder.
I didn't. I
dude.
wish my mom would stop talking about it.
I also got away with some good stuff. Stuff that you just don't do when you're adult.
What's the worst thing you did, Daniel? You're on the live feed.
Never.
What's the most expensive thing you did?
What's the most expensive thing you did?
There's a kid that was a lot like me. Maybe it was me, maybe it wasn't. That ran the length of South Center Mall from roof to roof across every car in the parking lot.
Ooh, nice.
Not really. It was an ill-conceived idea.
Did he actually get caught?
Not telling.
Not. I remember.
He's here today if that tells you the story. So no, he did not get caught.
Yes.
But he had
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm smashing windows.
You smash windows?
Windows.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even know you.
You're all a bunch of criminals.
Viv, you know what we used to do? And we had no idea how bad it was? Because we were innocent.
What?
We used to do this thing where we'd all get our dad's garage door openers and ride up and down the alleys opening up doors.
That's so good.
I know, but it turned out one of my friend's older brothers was in a gang, and they were following behind half an hour later, just cleaning out the garages. And we had no idea that we were accomplices. We just thought we were being punks.
That's so.
But then one of the brothers went away for a while.
Face sentence.
I think the worst thing I ever did was steal like those little cinnamon toothpicks from the corner store.
Aww.
They still
I mean,
make cinnamon toothpicks?
Stealing
I'm getting emails from people that
pretty badass. Like it makes me
had
hurt.
their roofs dented in South Center Mall. We also used to sneak out and go to Fish Creek, but we weren't allowed in Fish Creek because what was the name of the guy that was eating
Is that
people?
a Steven?
What was the name of the guy that was eating people?
was
Hannibal
what?
Lecter.
Which one?
Eating people that
Yeah,
lived in Fish Creek.
That substitute that tackled him would be able to tell us.
Did you just say eating people?
He was a cannibal.
Charles Ing.
hanging out in Fish Creek, and so we
Okay, I gotta turn up the volume. I don't know if I heard you right.
Yeah, he was eating people.
Cannibal, yeah.
Yeah.
He was from
That's
America.
really
He was
weird.
hiding in Fish Creek. he got tackled by a substitute teacher who was working part-time as a security guard at South Centre. Also where my other crime happened. I made that other kid.
Wow.
Also, here's another.
I've led a sheltered life.
Yeah. One day when I was about 15, a couple of my friends pulled up in a car. And I was like, we got a car? When did we get a car? And I hopped in. I was like,
Mhm.
when did we get our driver's license? And they're all looking at me like, ha ha ha. And they just grabbed one of their neighbor's cars. So they're all like, oh, it's the Rolex car. They won't call the cops. And so they thought it was super funny that they stole the car, but didn't think it was bad because they knew the people that stole the car. Now, my parents were not. My dad's probably listening. he'll be bugging me about this at Christmas. My parents were not supportive of me goofing around. Like, I was a hair away from military school from birth.
Yeah.
So there we were in this car, and I'd gotten in the car totally innocently, no idea that it was stolen until I was in it and it was moving. And right at the big moment that I realized I shouldn't be in that car, we passed one of our friends' dads. And he's like, those guys don't have their license, and that's not their car. And so he could see the gravity of the situation. But he got in a full-on, what do you call it, Dukes of Hazzard hot pursuit.
No.
Yeah, and my friends, because they knew that, like, even when they were grounded, they had more freedom than when I was, like, free. So
That was most kids in my life too.
they pulled around the corner into this alley and threw me out of the vehicle while it was moving to save me from my parents. And then,
Wow.
and then they got caught and they all got grounded for like 2 days or something stupid.
2 days. Nothing.
But you know what? I don't know. Can I get arrested for this? Maybe I shouldn't be telling the story. But what struck me was.
Is he gonna stop? No.
Well, maybe I'm just making it up for attention. You never know.
It's true.
But what stuck with me was it wasn't that different than that kid that ran over the spike belt and ended up hurting that cop. And that's what really stuck with me was like, kids do stupid things. And I don't think I was an evil kid. I don't even think that was a situation that I was being particularly bad. I could have made better decisions, but there was no ill intent on my part. I was just in the wrong. It's just bad timing for me.
Yeah.
And it could have gone a lot worse. So I'm really quite grateful that it didn't. Go back.
I hear that.
Cave paintings, maybe? Yeah.
I feel like I led such a sheltered life.
You say that.
I'm from a small
That's
town.
exactly what
I
you'd
know
say
it
if you
is.
hadn't lived a sheltered life and you try to hide everything. You'll notice how quiet Jess is over there.
Gotta show the art. Gotta show the art.
Former bank robber.
I was a good child.
Not doing anything. Gotta show the art. Number 24 is by Amber, and this is called Running Horse. Isn't this cool? It's
Sorry.
look at the art. Acrylic pour. Wonderful. By Amber. Open
That
it
looks like a photograph.
Isn't
like
it
on-
interesting?
Dude.
It looks like a photograph. It's super cool.
Okay.
Growing up, I got grounded for everything.
I got grounded for nothing.
I got grounded for nothing.
Does that mean you never got grounded, or you just spent all your life grounded?
My sister
I never
would
got
come-
grounded.
My sister would come into
Oh.
the family room and smack me as hard as she could and fling herself to the floor and scream. And then giggle as my dad came after me. That
Wow.
was her idea of a fun evening.
Mine is not like my parents.
She's probably listening. See if she can say-
And she's gonna take it out on you later.
see if she denies such a story.
My
Tell everybody about the Crescent Wrench.
my brothers are a lot older than I am, and so is my sister. And my mom, that was from her first marriage. And so by the time I came along, my mom was like, "Now I'm done with kids."
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "I don't know anything about kids," so I just kind of did my thing,
I think that it
and
was
I got
kind of
left
a
alone.
normal thing in my family to have at least one kid sent to military school. So I always felt I was on that cusp of like
Walking that fine line.
just barely welcome.
Just barely welcome.
Yeah, like
My parents and my
Sounds like my family, though.
pretty much had an equal hand in raising me because my brothers were like 15 years older than I am.
Oh.
They still are. They're still alive.
They're
fine.
still 15 years
They're,
old.
they're fine. Everyone's okay.
I grew up with a stepmother, so
stepmothers are evil, right, Jess?
I'm trying not to be the
yeah, don't be, please, ever.
I'm trying not to be
The
that
understanding
evil,
and loving
the evil, like,
stepmother,
witchy stepmother. Yeah.
because you don't want that reputation.
It's
It
actually you
hangs
get
with
it,
her for the rest of her life.
Jess doesn't give a damn about her bad,
bad reputation.
Actually,
I don't give a damn. No, but like I think you start out as soon as you're a stepmom with that reputation, and you have to work to not have it. I think that's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
the way I would describe it is, I think parents and their children have a natural love that is very difficult to disrupt. So, like, you could have a child that's a murderer, and you'd still think they're pretty okay. And then, but what happens if it's not your child? Then you got to negotiate some stuff. Like, you have to find some common ground if it's not biological. And that's all on the parent. You can't expect the children to want to do that or to be responsible for that.
This is by Theo. The moon is chased by the sun. It was originally sketched in January 1995 and was finito in April 1995 by Theo. I really like this. I like the kind of see-through translucency of the sky. Look at the moon catching up to the sun. And then I like the opaque flat too. I really love
His stuff is usually so solid, right?
Totally. I really like the contrast in this one. Oh yeah, and then the corners have the sun, moon.
That started me.
Okay, so
I'm not getting startled anymore. I should-
what's turtle?
Cannon said
I jumped.
When I slap the table?
Yep.
I'm a slapper. That's what I do. I didn't look at your bum, look up.
The moon is chased by the sun.
Okay, look at. I think I nailed one. Where's Scott?
Oh, I like it.
Oh, it's really good.
Squiggle match. It looks like the last pro paintings. Like cave painting.
Yeah,
It is.
totally.
That's what I stole it from. That's
The one thing I remember from our history class.
Have you been there?
I haven't.
I was gonna be like the artist.
Where?
Why are you in Europe? If you
Why?
What
Have
are
you been where?
This is the funny thing. So I seen this guy went back to visit Calgary one of these years, like 3 years or something. I went to a Flames game and I seen one of this guy I knew from school. And he's like, hey, I'm painting wow, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I live in London now. And he's like, oh, you live in London? You must go to Paris all the time. I'm like, what? No, but I live in London, dude. Why would I be in Paris all the time?
Because it's way closer than Calgary.
Yeah, but like, are you in like Winnipeg all the time? Are you in Vancouver all the time?
I would go to
I'm not.
Winnipeg if there was cave paintings.
Yes, you would.
Yes, you would.
I think there might be cave paintings in Winnipeg.
I
Actually.
think there are. Yeah.
The
Writing on
issue
stone.
here is that traveling within Canada costs more than traveling within Europe.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't just jump on a train.
It's cheaper for Canadians.
I actually thought
Like it
London and
costs
Paris
me less
were
to
closer
go
than
from
Winnipeg.
Glasgow to what do you call it, Falkirk, than it does to go from here to Edmonton,
I think that's what I just said.
Guaranteed.
right?
I can get to
Check out
Amsterdam
Daniel.
cheaper than I can
Picture
get to
us
Scotland.
at that cave.
Find Glasgow.
Right?
I'm gonna find that cave.
We're just
I love Scotland though.
I
Yeah.
know people that when they fly home to Toronto, it's cheaper for them to like go through the States, so they go to Vegas for 2 days and then go on to Toronto because the flights are so much cheaper than to just go Calgary to Toronto.
That's
which
crazy.
is
I believe that.
insane.
Yeah.
So it's funny because it cost me more to go to Scotland to go to Toronto than it did if I had gone through the States, but I boycott the US for everything.
That's fair.
So I paid more. But whatever.
Do you like any of these?
But yes, I like this one.
Oh, good. I just don't want the night where nobody wants anything. I have those nights sometimes. That one's gonna be a tough sell.
All right, my good friends. It's time for me to go to bed.
Oh, it was really nice seeing you, Daniel.
Hey,
Good night.
Nice meeting you
let's
too,
see your piece
guys.
then. Can we-
Can we see your piece?
Hold on.
Yeah. This is what I was working on. That's it right there. It's got lots of little layers and marks, and I'm just building it up right now. And then I'm gonna go over it and subtract.
Pretty.
Yeah. There it is.
Very nice.
Cool.
I love all those colors.
That's another little piece. Some other stuff. This is a little studio. That's a little thing I'm making. It's got a little wood on it.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
All right, have a good sleep.
That was really fun.
That's so nice.
It really makes it feel like home.
There, nice and silent.
I was at the noise. I think it's
Shark bear?
Kelly's shark
Oh,
bear.
We haven't any major like live broadcast blunders where it's like maybe other than the taxes thing.
I think we're pretty good.
Yeah.
And that was the scribble by Scott?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna get.
Did you just step on my painting?
No!
Did you?
No, my pen
Tell me the truth.
fell out of my pocket and it just barely touched the white chestnut.
Okay.
Everything's
Can
fine.
you show my kid from the octopus movie, and then
Yes.
can you do me the favor and ask people if the reason it hasn't really picked up any bids is because he's got a bare butt?
Rich has a question.
Because I could put
He painted this
some shorts on that
painting.
kid.
He painted this painting a few weeks ago. It was maybe a month or so ago. We watched Octopus Teacher,
Yeah.
and it was very moving. And it was really moving for a few reasons, but one of them was this octopus. First, used this technique of pulling in rocks and shells and beautiful things, and how the person described it was almost like making itself into this sculpture, like this found art piece. And I was like, that's really beautiful.
So yeah, and the first scene, if I could just interject, was the octopus had pulled all these fancy shells together,
Mm-hmm.
and it created a disturbance that brought fish to inspect, and then it would pounce on them and eat them.
Yes.
So, like an octopus building an art trap,
Art trap.
right? Like, it wasn't food, it wasn't baited with, like, worms. It was a visually appealing pile of shells that inspired fish to come and,
Gawk at the
yeah, and when
Art
they got close enough
installation.
to inspect, it would pounce on them and eat them, which I thought was, like, mind-blowing in the first scene.
right. Art, like you said, art trap. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
And then the second part where this came in was the octopus.
It was the second time.
second run-in with this shark that had already eaten off one of his legs, and then the leg grew back.
Her legs.
Her leg, and then the leg had already grown back, and then I was like, oh no, there's that shark again. Ugh! The last thing didn't work, so then she pulled this art heist again, and pulled all of, like, through, like, in this frenzy, because she was, imagine this, like, she runs up on the ground even, and comes back down into the
Keep in
ocean.
mind, a lot of people have seen this show, but yes.
But it's
carry
still
on.
exciting.
Yeah.
And then the shark, being close and catching up, she pulls all these stones and rocks over her again, and this time it's not to get food, but it's to hide. And it's like, wow, to use these for multiple different purposes is pretty amazing. And it actually worked. And then she was able to, like, the shark still attacked her, but she was able to wrangle and, like, sit on top of the shark. And it's so freaking cute to see this, like, little wrapped up octopus sitting on the head of this.
Right.
Gosh, it's cute. Anyways, so
And it
then,
led to kind of a lucid dream I had that had some very detailed elements attached. So the detailed elements were, I think, somehow related to one of the War of the Worlds, where this kid is, like, displaced from whatever safe home the kid had, and is running down an alley to get away from the attackers, whether they're aliens or whatever.
yeah.
And what he did is he dove into a pile of garbage boxes
And just
to
threw it.
conceal himself.
Threw a bunch of garbage over himself.
Yeah. So I really like this painting, and then I think we threw it at the auction a couple times late,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't get snapped up, and I wondered if perhaps it was just a little too saucy because of the male bare butt.
Which is interesting, because women bear butts.
It sell like hotcakes.
Yeah. Male bear butt. I think it's a cute butt.
So if we get some feedback on whether, does anybody think it would be more appealing? with,
Actually, there's a few butts in this auction tonight.
They're all butts tonight. There's really no butts about it.
All right. Yeah, so if you guys want to text and give feedback, that would be really cool.
Because I have time to put some underpants on this little kid. That's the problem.
Should we do a couple tonight, Caitlin?
Couple?
And then,
You can do whatever you would like with them.
okay. I
They're-
think
They belong to the gallery now.
that's very nice. Yeah, we'll do a couple, one of each color, I think. That's nice. So, this is from Caitlin's mom. She's a ceramicist.
Caitlin's mom.
Has got it going.
Whoa, too far, Zero.
No, but it's like with ceramics.
I know,
You
just
didn't let me
kidding.
finish.
You're like, why did you throw me into the bus like that?
So, Caitlin's mom made this beautiful piece.
She actually does kind of have it going on, though.
Number 28 is by Caitlin's mom.
She's a potter.
She's a potter. Did you want to say anything else? You're saying she has a...
She's got a business. I don't remember what it's called. It's one of two names. She does pottery out of North Mount Pleasant in Northwest Calgary. And she's been doing pottery for like 20 some years. If
Your
it
mom
was,
probably knows
if it
about
was
this stuff.
If it was her
Totally.
plates and her bowls and cups and mugs, I would tell you like, oh, it's all dishwasher and microwave and oven safe and et cetera, et cetera. She is pretty minimalist. She's pretty funny. Whenever she puts her stuff in shows, yeah, Pete. Okay, so she signs all her stuff Pete on the bottom. Whenever she puts her stuff in shows, people ask her to name her stuff, and she's always in shows and people name them like really like beautiful and kind of weird obscure things. And then she does things like bottle.
Bottle.
So she does really like, she loves things that you can put single flowers in or stalks of wheat.
Stock of wheat. If you have a stock of wheat,
Um,
buy this piece.
Single flowers, they're beautiful. They're nice to have.
Number 28 and number 29.
She's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems pretty cool.
I used to hate when she did pottery when I was growing up.
You hated what?
Her pottery, because it covered every inch of our house.
Mm.
She
I have a
had
story like that.
her pottery wheel in the basement.
Yeah.
And it like our laundry room was in the basement, and she did it down there because she had like the tap and the water down there, and access, and the floor is like cement, and then but our whole, like our kitchen and our dining room and the living room, everywhere was just pottery.
I have a story like that. Did you ever tell her that you hated it?
I did, yeah. I refused to have any of her pottery in my house for years, and now everything I own is her pottery. All of my bowls, all of my plates,
That's so nice.
yeah, everything. Like all my cups, my mugs. It's all just mom's pottery.
So here's what
That's lovely.
one of my greatest regrets is. My mom used to sing unconsciously all the time.
She tone deaf like my mom?
No, she's Welsh, so she's a natural born singer.
No lyricist.
I don't think she's classically trained, but she's
What a
an
beautiful.
amazingly beautiful singer. Only I remember because it was unusual. I think my sister and I told her it was weird. I don't think either of us noticed that she stopped singing. And then one Christmas we're like, hey, when did you stop singing? And she's like, you said you didn't like my singing. We're like, oh, well, like kids say stupid shit sometimes, Mom. Like,
Oh.
I still bug my mom about singing because she's tone deaf. My dad has a beautiful voice, though. My dad, speaking of my mom's pottery, she has been making me a butter dish for 2 years, and I'm still upset.
I bet
that
you
I-
that's a pretty nice butter dish.
Well, she's a pain in the bum. Yeah, she's pretty cool. My dad carves stuff.
Oh.
And he's been carving me a talking stick, and he made my talking stick Groot, but he's not done yet because he's a perfectionist.
That's so exciting.
I'm so exciting. I want to bring my talking stick to school.
Are you about to lose control?
Me?
Yeah. Like, are you that
Everything
excited
is a
that you can't
lyric
hide
of
it?
a song right now. Number 32 comes to us from
But are you
Andrew
about to lose
Farley.
control?
No.
They're just cute
Do you
little,
think you like it?
little canvas painted by Andrew Farley. You can buy, maybe we'll do like 32A, 32B, and 32C. They're little canvases. Or if you want all three of them, he said $5 each if they want separate. Or maybe I'll, or like if you want to just bid on 32, all three of them, then it's $15. Just cute little canvases. And then 33 is a cute little train. These cute little things. Comes pre-graffitied for your set by Alvin. Number 33. Oh! There's a lot of art.
Can you move the oh no, can you move that one? Actually, both of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something reckless.
Oh, years.
Oh, put this one too further?
What?
This one further?
No, it's probably okay.
Oh my goodness.
Why is it so quiet here? 'Cause there's no music. The day the music died. Sing
Oh, Don.
Okay. One never knows. One never knows. Oh! Oh! Ah! another scribble?
Okay.
Did Ann drop off work?
Sorry?
Did Ann drop off work?
Anne? She buys work, I think.
Gosh, you're pretty. I paint all over my phone. You're still pretty. Georgia, make me a scribble. Okay.
Okay, number 34 comes to us from Zachary Cardinal. In this special little green vase, there's gold. It is $120 to start. A really lovely.
It's very delicate.
It is, yeah. Like magic.
Okay, if you sent me a scribble and I can't find it,
A scribble.
send me a scribble again because I'm not seeing. People sent me scribbles, and I had too many. And now I can't find any of them.
Scribbles that they made?
Yeah, people sent me scribbles.
I could scribble.
Oh, here we go. Do you think, Jess?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your judgment on this. Do you think that Sophia meant for these dots to be part of the scribble? Or is that the paper that she's using?
It's probably the graph, like
You think?
dot graph
Okay.
paper, yeah.
What about the stuff showing through? There's some text there. No, I'm gonna just take those scribbles, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
What kind of scribbles? Like I don't understand.
Like the scribble
How is
game.
it you don't know this? This is like my go-to.
Scribble, and then all of these pieces were started by people sending in texts of scribbles that they had, or did, or found, or did, or drew.
Where's my water? Do you have my water? Did I put it away? Pass it. Pass it.
Like they've been, and then did he ever do that in class, on the board? Like
I
kid
did it
did a
for a
scribble
PE on
and
my
then.
day. I got to school and the PD we had planned wasn't gonna work. So I speeded adapted it to this one.
I found out a couple weeks ago that I was on the PD the planning committee, and I went, what? So apparently I helped plan.
Well, I joined the PD planning committee because of Kevin. Because Kevin hates PD when it's bad. And when he hates PD, I hear about it. So I said to him, hey man, how about this year we be on the planning committee? And that way if it's bad, it's because we made it bad. But we'll make it good. He said, I already do too much. And I said, well then I'll be on the PD committee myself. And then you know what happened?
Now he's on the PD committee.
He could not resist. And then I go to Barry sometimes and ask him about my PDs. I'm like, what do you think of this? And his eyes kind of glaze over. And I go, because if you don't like it, you should join us on the PD committee. And then he came to me one day and said, what about joining the PD committee?
And now
So,
Barry's on the PD committee?
what?
Barry's on the PD committee too.
Sort of, yeah. Everybody's kind of like
Oh
warming
my
up.
gosh.
Everybody's warming up to the idea that if they take part in the PD committee, it won't suck.
Right? And if you're part of it, then everyone's a part of it.
I felt that our the girl who kind of led PD in the morning did quite a good job because with the racial justice stuff, and she led it, and I felt she did a really good job of like what how she did discussion and how she kind of entered into the conversation, and I think she did a really good job. And she made us coloring books, like they did for Faith Day.
Oh.
So we got a reflection journal
That's pretty wonderful.
with coloring books, and then she put all the questions in there so that we could like either verbally share or write down if we didn't want to share out loud
Yeah.
based off of. And then we did some stuff with a novel that we're going to be reading
Well,
as
that's
a
an
staff.
interesting new idea.
We're doing a novel
Doing something
study
with
as
a
a whole
novel.
staff. So we're doing the book White Fragility.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But wasn't that written by a white person?
It is, and she
no
does.
one saw the.
She talks like very very plainly about that
Yeah.
and about
That's what I suggest is we need to hire some people of color
Yeah.
to be talking about these things.
well the girl who led our PD is
Yeah.
a
Oh.
person of color, and
Yeah.
it was her that suggested the book
Oh,
just
interesting.
because of how
It
she
talks about
enters into the discourse. The woman
Oh.
who wrote it.
Wow.
Um,
Because I've heard mixed reviews,
mhm.
and I haven't
And
read
so
it for.
have I.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're we've only done we did the foreword and the author's note, and the author's note is where she really goes into like, I get it, I'm a white person,
Mhm.
I know what you're thinking when I'm writing this.
Mhm.
And the introduction we did too, so it's interesting for sure. Like it's definitely like an interesting way to like move into the conversation.
Totally. Yeah.
I especially appreciate when any people say, we're going to make mistakes
Totally.
as we do this. I
Yeah.
think that's an important disclaimer,
Mhm.
because I think when you're too scared to move forward,
Then nothing changes.
because you're trying, I know for myself, probably most of my microaggressions come from when I'm trying way too hard and I end up making people uncomfortable by trying not to make them uncomfortable,
Mm.
Yeah.
and it's because I'm awkward.
And so that was like part of our conversation. Like you have to be like okay when people tell you
Mhm.
what you said was not okay,
Yeah.
right? Because we had to have those conversations where it was like, what you just said was not okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah.
So it's fraught with tensions, of course,
I think part of it's
Especially
generational as
necessary.
well,
especially where I am.
Yeah. Totally.
because teachers tend to think they know everything,
What?
and so it's difficult to go into a room, because I find like, university wise, I was reading some of books that Oliver had for ACAD this year, getting a head start on his reading, because I was really curious. And I was like, yeah, I get this, but I needed Robin's help to understand it. Like, there's certain things, there's a lot of things I've changed in the last few years that I probably would have clung to a little bit more if I hadn't had such a smart young daughter who constantly puts me in my place, telling me what a jerk I am. And I don't think it's easy for anybody, but I think when you're an academic and the world changes, you have this like, no, I like got my degree in 1973. That means I know more than everybody else. And somebody that's just got their degree in 2020 is like, you guys don't know anything. So,
Can I ask a completely unrelated question?
yeah.
Is this the painting that Viviana has always been painting all night, or is this a different painting than what she was painting before? And I have just tuned in and missed a whole bunch.
The one she's working on?
Sometimes she switches them out.
Let's click Viviana back in and ask her what she's doing.
I'm almost done the commission I was working on.
Viv, I'm sorry, I
nice.
put your mute on. Can you start again?
Oh, I had I just almost finished the commission that I'm working on, which was the bird.
Oh, nice.
Right.
So this is a different thing.
And that's for a friend's dad. So I had this canvas sitting there that I did a sketch on a while ago, but
How do you feel about magpies, Vivian?
hadn't gotten to it. So that's what I'm
She
working
loves
on.
magpies. Everybody at Rumble House loves magpies. Right, Viv? No.
Right?
Right.
That one, I don't know what the bird's name is, but it's some bird from Central America.
I need to put the mic in the middle for you next.
Oh, can't hear me? At all?
No.
How do you know this?
Because people are not, they can't hear you, I don't think. Because it's too far over to go like this.
Oh, I had booger?
Or paint.
Pain. It'd be salty if it was burger. Yo, why are you salty? How much time do we have till the break?
Well, 8:35, and we can break any time really, because I'm done.
Like half an hour is kind of what I was looking for. There.
Half an hour.
Thanks.
Now,
What were you gonna tell me, sorry?
Well, other than the piece you're working on, I'm kind of done doing the introduction.
You're done? I have an idea. Let's show some home movies.
Yeah, home movies.
I totally remember, Kelly. You're the first one to send me a scribble. And I did not need your scribble. And I will do that right now. Do we have anybody joining us on the feed?
Looks like we're good.
Okay.
Move them.
I can't move that one. That one's doing some magic with the water.
Okay.
And this one I think you can move
I
out.
think this one's getting drier, but I'll still keep it like this. Oh, no. Oh, magic.
I'm going to need to with a piece of charcoal. Can you grab me a piece of charcoal?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. So I had this piece behind me that I forgot to talk about. So this one, number 36, is by Stephen Strain. Beautiful sun with the rays coming through the clouds.
I want more art, but I haven't even hung the other pieces that I have.
That is.
I have so much art to hang.
Are you giving it all away for Christmas?
No. I am not that generous.
Okay. I just need to get Kelly's approval of the scribble. Kelly, are you with us? I'm sending you a picture. I need you to tell me if it's close enough. Where's Kelly?
I already gave my son his gifts.
I already gave my son his gifts.
Right? It doesn't need to be at Christmas. I feel like we're the same, Rich.
I never buy
I have no time for like
I have no time
waiting
for
until
like
Christmas. He needs to wear some of the stuff
waiting until
now.
Christmas. He needs to wear some of the stuff now.
I ordered a sweater from Ireland,
I ordered a sweater from Ireland,
and it came in. So I'm like, you
and
have to wear this.
it came in.
That's
So
He
I'm
hasn't
like,
taken
you have
it
to
off
wear
pretty
this.
much the entire.
He hasn't taken
2
it off
days
pretty
now?
much the entire since
Aw.
for 2 days now,
And it looks nice on him.
Kelly,
and it
check your
looks
phone.
nice on him.
I have this thing, Viviana, where I give my son my clothes.
Uh-huh.
And at first he won't wear them.
Uh-huh.
And after a while, he grows into them. And then he starts wearing them, and then I resent him for being more handsome than me. But only for a split second do I resent him for being more handsome than me. It's
Yeah,
close,
you-
is it, Kelly?
Yeah, you.
Well, I'll show you, Missy.
The thing is that eventually
The thing is that
he'll
eventually he'll probably look a lot like you.
It just takes a while.
It just takes a while for kids to grow into that.
Oliver, Felix,
Looking.
and Rich are duplicates. Like, I can take a picture of me from grade 2 and put it next to
Uh-huh.
a picture of Oliver in grade 2 and put that next to a picture of Felix in grade 2, and the boys won't know which one is them. That's what,
I think
Wow.
that's what it is. Is that they don't know.
yeah, they're like, is that me? And the funny thing is that we all wear the same clothes.
I can honestly say that my son looks more like me now that he's older, but when he was little, most people didn't even think he was my kid when they saw us together.
Have you
They'd
ever
be
read,
like, which one is yours?
Oh no.
Have you ever read Trevor Noah's book? Trevor
Pardon?
Noah? Have you ever read Trevor Noah's book?
No, but I love him, and he's like that because his mom is a different color than him.
Yeah, and he was illegal.
Yep.
Yep.
She had to pretend he wasn't his.
Right. You should read his book. You'd love it.
I'm going to actually. You're the second person in the past few weeks who's mentioned it.
I might be the first person. I have a feeling we had this conversation last week.
I think we did. Maybe it was you who said I should read it before.
Well, then obviously I'm on the right track. Or at
Yes.
least I'm baloneying you.
Okay.
What are we doing for time?
But I think we said it face to face when we were talking.
Probably. You were at the front door.
I
I
was
was
actually.
It's 8:42.
Okay, be interesting.
Be interesting.
Yeah, for a few more minutes.
I am so interested.
Do I need to play my home movies? Are those interesting? I mean, it's Corona.
I think it's nice watching you make art. You should make you the big block and me the little block
What are you talking about, Block?
in the videos.
Oh. No. You be interesting.
Um,
I think we're getting bids,
okay.
which I'm not prepared for because I'm playing using my
Did I throw everybody off by switching paintings again?
Oh wow, another one. That's good.
You're free to be you and me.
So,
That was this random, I don't know, I think other people heard it. When I was a kid, there was this guy that was going door to door selling the Free to Be You and Me records in Edmonton. And I just assumed that my sister and I were the only ones to hear this record because the guy that recorded it was selling it door to door. And then I looked it up the other day, and it seemed like a lot of people had listened to this record growing up. And it makes me wonder if I'd met a celebrity and not known it. Did you ever
Right?
listen to the Free to Be You and Me album?
Nope.
I believe there was a song that went, World, world, chicka chicka bumba, woo. World, chicka chicka bumba, woo.
Someone-
If you want to sing a song, world, chicka bum, woo.
That sounds awesome.
Do you have another what?
Home video to show?
Home video? Why? You want me to get up?
No, because someone said, yeah, home videos.
Well, I got this one.
Up this hour, the mayors versus the minister. Mayor Nenshi will be our guest.
Nice.
All right.
That's the last time anyone's going to see that video.
So,
They just disappear after a
I
while.
just sat on.
That's great.
No, I just.
Kelly, can you see my scribble? It's called The King of Hearts. Oh, you have my phone. I just need it one more time.
So what we're gonna do is Richard's just finishing up. I'm gonna put that piece up on the photos to peruse the pieces of artwork. If you're interested in taking part in the auction, look at the pieces that are have been put up under the discussion on the event page, and you can see what you'd like to possibly bid on. And then we're gonna start a new feed at 9 o'clock, and you can text 403-629-7424 with text. You can start texting as soon as you see something you like. Include your name, the number, the auction, what is that, lot number they want to bid on, and your bid. Let me know if you have any questions. You can text 403-629-7424 with any questions you might have. Can I have it, my love?
Yeah, here you go. I'm going to log out of here.
So yeah, well, we're gonna stop this
Say
live
goodnight,
feed and then
Viv. Good night, Viv.
good night.
Good night, everyone.
See you.
Good night. I'm turning your Good night, Kelly.
See you, Kelly. And
Good night,
then
Rich.
good night, Moon. And we'll see you guys in a couple minutes at 9 o'clock. We'll be ready with the new live feed.